Assalamualaikum and welcome dear students of class 7th. This is your English or video lecture on the prose tobacco, the silent killer. It is on page number 14 of your English course book. Since we are going to read about tobacco, so listen to me carefully. Many species of tobacco are in the genus of herbs Nicotiana. It is a part of nightshade family, or that is also called Solanaceae, indigenous to North and South America, Australia, Southwest Africa, and South Pacific. Most are nightshades containing varying amounts of nicotine, a powerful neurotoxin to insects. However, tobaccos tend to contain a much higher concentration of nicotine than the others. Unlike many other Solanaceae species, they do not contain tropane alkaloids, which are often poisonous to humans and other animals. So, tobacco is from the family of plants called the nightshade family, and it is mostly cultivated for its leaves. It is one of the most known food crops grown in the world today. And if we see the tobacco plant, it grows about 3 to 10 feet and produces and has mostly 10 to 20 broad leaves. Then the tobacco leaves are processed, dried, and they undergo through so many processes so as to convert them into cigarettes, cigars, and chewing tobacco. So if we see, it was a person named Christopher Columbus and his men while landing once on an island of Tobago in 1492. When they landed on the island, they found that the people of Tobago Island, or we can say the natives who were living there, were using tobacco leaves for their fun, pleasure, or happiness. If we see, the smoking become big industry at the cost of the health. Also, smoke contains about 4,000 chemicals. 43 of them are carcinogenic. So here's the word carcinogenic. It means the chemicals that usually lead to cancer. And carcinogenic chemicals are polycyclic hydrocarbons. Smoke also contains cellular irritants such as ammonia, formaldehyde, and oxides of nitrogen. Carbon monoxide also is present in it, which binds with our hemoglobin present in the blood and reduces its oxygen carrying capacity. So if we see, smoking is a very addictive process and it can cause so many problems to humans. So I have told you already that tobacco is very dangerous or silent killer. It affects our health to a large grade. So it is better to quit this smoking as soon as possible. And people mostly, or tobacco is mostly consumed in many forms or through number of different methods like BD, chewing tobacco, cigars, cigarettes, gutka, hookah, tobacco pipes, tobacco water. So these are so many methods or ways through which tobacco is inhaled inside. If we see that tobacco is not only is not only used, tobacco plant is not only used for making such harmful cigarettes, cigars, and chewing tobacco. The nicotine found in the tobacco is widely used in agriculture as an insecticide. Insecticides are the chemicals that are used in the fields so as to kill the insects that are harmful to our crop. Or if we see refined tobacco seed oil is used as a substitute of ground nut oil as it contains no nicotine. It is also used in oil paints, varnish industries, and also tobacco. If we see in the past, it was used as a sedative. Sedative means tobacco in past was used as sedative. Sedative means a drug used to calm a person or animal or to make them sleep. Or it was also used in gastrointestinal disorders. Also, if we look at the nicotine, it's very valuable. It is also a valuable constituent of many vitamin preparation. So nicotine was in one way helpful to us, but in other way we have used it in the wrong. We have used it as wrongly. So nicotine is used as insecticide. Refined tobacco seed oil is used as a substitute of groundnut oil, or it is used in oil industry or paint varnish industry, or it was once used in past for sedatives and treatment of gastrointestinal disorders, or is a very valuable consumer of many vitamin preparation. So it was very useful for us, but we the humans have not limited it on the usefulness only. We have also taken its wrong part, so we have also started to use this tobacco as a pleasure for ourselves. So I have already told you that it is a silent killer. If we see that smoking in public was a long time reserved for men, and when done by women was sometimes associated with the evils of the society. Now the tobacco is not only used by the men but also by the women, and in the huge quantities. Also, if we see that tobacco, how it is harmful to us, it causes lung cancer. Lung cancer is caused by the tar in the tobacco smoke. If we see the people who are smokers, who smoke cigarettes or take tobacco in some other way, are 10 times more likely to die from lung cancer than non-smokers. And also I have told you that tobacco's main constituents are nicotine, carbon monoxide, and mixture of both in each cigarette. Smoke temporarily increases heart rate and blood pressure, and which strains heart and blood vessels. This can also cause heart attack. It slows blood flow in our body. And often you must have watched on television that it is always given as an information to us that tobacco leads to death, and sometimes some smokers end up in having their limbs amputated. They have to cut their body parts due to the damage of the tobacco to their body. Also, if we see a disease, emphysema, that is also. So, emphysema is an illness that slowly rots the lungs. People with emphysema often gets bronchitis and suffer lung and heart disease. So, emphysema is actually a condition in which the small bags in the lungs become filled with too much air, causing breathing difficulties and heart problems. So, this smoking is very dangerous to our health. Cigarette smoking during pregnancy also increases the risk of low birth weight in the baby or even premature babies. Now there are two different terms, active smoker and passive smoker. An active smoker is a person who smokes by himself, and passive smokers are those that inhale the smoke of an active smoker. So both are at the risk of developing many disease, and the passive smoker is at high risk of developing disease in comparison to active smokers. Tobacco is also consumed in Kashmir from the hookah, which is in native language is called jeji. So you must have heard about the quote that health is wealth. So we must take care of our health. To take care of our health or to live a healthy life, we should take balanced diet, lot of water and exercise daily. All over the world, the ongoing campaigns are held against the smoking or against the tobacco. So if we see, the campaign for tobacco free kids is an American non-profit membership organization that advocates in the favor of reducing tobacco consumption. It has been called a leading anti-tobacco organization by New York Times. Also, if we see that, it is so unfortunate reality that our youngsters are getting addicted to this harmful habit. Even if we see on the cigarette packets, there is a warning line written on them that smoking causes cancer, but we neglect that warning. Also, on 31st of May every year, World Anti-Tobacco Day is celebrated to create awareness among the people. So, to quit smoking in order to create health conscious society, willpower and family support can play a vital role. There's a glossary given on page 17. You can go through it. Also, do reading of chapter by yourself. This was all for the day. Thank you. Have a good day.